Well, we had another beginning of another school year here in the United States in the public schools and the private schools. And so it's already the second week of September of 2022. Of course, all the students are giddy with excitement. The administration is excited, the teachers are excited, and then the students are strangely excited. Have you noticed that kids love school these days? I mean, it's a party at the beginning of the school year. Pictures are taken, videos are taken. You'd think it was Easter Sunday morning or something. Kids love school. It's not like the old days when you and I went to school, you know, when we had to sit down and stuff. So it's no different in the home of Jeffrey. Jeffrey's just started the 5th grade this year. Jeffrey is very excited. He's got new clothes that are kind of different from his old clothes. So his mother takes him to school, goes up to his teacher, and says, "Miss McNorbit, I want to tell you something special today." And she looks at him rather fearfully. And he says to her, "By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Tim. Welcome to Tim's Challenge. I appreciate you viewing this, and we've had a lot of great views over the last few weeks as we have gone through these videos together. I'm changing the format a little bit. I want to narrow these videos down from 8 or 9 minutes to about 5 minutes. Anybody can listen to this for 5 minutes, right? So I'm going to call them 5-minute videos that change everything, because I am handling the hot potatoes. I am handling the gorillas in the room and the elephants. I have a little experience with this because I was a pastor, and every one of the churches that I pastored had an elephant in the room, which is, you know, an issue that nobody wants to talk about, but everybody knows it's there. And this one church, it not only had an elephant in the room, but a couple of gorillas. We had like half the zoo in that church. A lot of issues that nobody wants to deal with. Well, in these videos, I promise I won't hold back. I'm going to deal with the big issues. And oh boy, is today's video a hot potato. Now, back to Jeffrey. What did he tell his teacher? Here's what he said. "Miss McNorbit, my name is not Jeffrey. That's my dead name. I'm dead to that name. My name is Jade." That's right. Jeffrey has now come out. Now, what happens when a kid comes out? Did you know that 2% of all high school students in the United States are now trans? And this is trending downwards into the elementary schools. What happens when a kid does that? Instantly, the entire school is pro-trans. When the first child comes out, the whole school is instantly pro-trans. What do you think? The teacher's going to say, "Oh no, we're not going to go along with that. You're still Jeffrey to me." You'll be hit with a lawsuit. We have this thing called Title IX. It goes back to 1972. And it was introduced by Democrat Birch Bayh from Indiana. And the purpose of it originally was to make sure there's equity in sports in our universities. In other words, if you had half guys and half girls in your student body, you were legally bound to have half guys and half girls in your athletic program. Stupid, huh? Well, if you think that was stupid, now it has been expanded. Now you can a kid can sue their school if they've been, quote, sexually harassed, if that can be proven. So it's gone into sexual harassment now, and not just in the area of athletics, but in every area of the school. Not just in our universities, but in every public school. And in fact, now there's a movement to make it even in the private schools. Title IX. Title IX is now being used to make sure trans kids are not discriminated against. Now you have to, under the law, call Jade by her new name, refer to her as a girl, accept the fact that now she is wearing girl clothes and she's going to the girl bathroom and the locker room. If you don't do that, if a teacher doesn't do that, you will, I'm sure, very quickly be slapped with a lawsuit, and no school is going to put up with that. There's already been teachers fired because of this. But my main concern is that if your child is in that school, instantly your child is now pro-trans. Your child, who you're trying to raise with Judeo-Christian values, is now pro-LGBTQIA ... ad infinitum. Your child is now pro-gay because it is illegal for that child not to accept that trans child, that gay child, for what that child says he or she is. The whole school has to call Jade Jade. The whole school has to accept the fact that Jade is using the girls' facilities now. If not, there will be legal repercussions. Your child in that school is forced legally to become a left-wing extremist. Told you I wasn't going to hold back. Parents, what the hell are you thinking? You're putting your child in a public school, which automatically means that you're putting them in an atheistic government institution for, what, 13 years of their life. And now they're going to be forced to be pro-trans, pro-gay, even if you don't believe in that stuff. So how common is this? You're going to say, well, that's not in my kid's school. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Your school, even if a child has not come out yet, is already pro-gay, pro-trans, because that law exists whether a child comes out or not. But the minute that first child comes out in your child's elementary school or even kindergarten or whatever it is, instantly that whole student body is forced to be far left extremist. Gotta go. Catch up with you next time on Tim's Challenge.